Hello everyone and welcome to the next installment of section 2 of chapter 2 of the free ebook Basic and Midgame Techniques that is available for download on the World Xiangqi Federation website. The URL and the particulars of this board are given below in the comment section. So a brief analysis of this board. Red would have a central cannon that has already pinned the black king. There's a chariot over here, so to deny the black king from moving. However, black would also have a central cannon, and this it would be black's turn to move, sorry, and black would be prepared to attack. So in this situation, this is quite a complicated situation. So how can red it would be black's turn to move, and how can red increase his advantage in the situation? Now, in the book, h8 plus 6 was given as this was the position that was discussed. However, upon computer analysis of this position, I found that c5 equals to 7 would have been a better move for black. It would have resulted in a completely different situation, but black would still be able to hold its own. So while this might not be such a perfect example, the lessons that can be learned from this short board is still beneficial for the beginner. So black started with h8 plus 6. This would be a fork threatening to capture the cannon and also the red horse. Unfortunately, this would be a blunder as mentioned before. Now, by doing so, black would show that he had underestimated the power of the red cannons in this position, especially this cannon, because it has free access to the bottom rank and would threaten to deliver a check immediately. If the black cannon were not present, it would be an immediate checkmate. So once this position was reached, how should red play? Red was prepared and decided to capture the black horse so that the black chariot will be forced to move to this file. Now this would be a diversionary sacrifice, as will be seen slightly later on. Now with r4 plus 4, the red chariot would also, if the black chariot did not capture it, the black chariot would be lost. If it moved away, or if black tried to patrol this red file, the red chariot could advance forward or play k5 equals to 4 to threaten with eyeball checkmate. Black would be in all sorts of trouble. So r4 plus 4 was a diversionary sacrifice, and black could play r4 equals to 6, and at this point in time, red would deliver a check, forcing the black cannon backwards. Now, for beginners, when there's a central cannon attacking the enemy king, and there's another cannon on the bottom rank also attacking the enemy king, but one would be a file attack, one would be the rank attack. Now, these two cannons would have a very nice name called the Heaven and Earth Cannons, or Tian Di Pao. Tian Di Pao in Chinese. So after delivering a check, red will finally move his chariot to the 6th file and threaten to capture the black advisor for the checkmate. Let's say black plays some other move. This would be a checkmate. The advisor cannot retreat, or the central cannon will be delivering a check. The king cannot capture the chariot, obviously, or the cannon would be delivering a check. So this would be a checkmate. This is called the Heaven and Earth Cannons. So that is why the black king would have to be moved to safety. And because it has moved to safety, this advisor would now be relatively weak and vulnerable. Red would pounce on the chance to sacrifice his cannon to capture the advisor. Now, black would be thrust into a dilemma. There were several variations that were given in the book. In the first variation, black would capture the red cannon with his black cannon, and red would continue his onslaught with by capturing the remaining black advisor, delivering a check. Now, the black king cannot move, or this would be an immediate checkmate. So the only option will be for black to retreat his cannon, which will be captured, deliver a check, and another check, and red would gain material. So although red had sacrificed material, red had sacrificed his chariot for the second ply. It was a pseudo sacrifice such that red would actually have more material at this point in time and also have destroyed the advisors in the Black Palace. The black cannot move, or red would capture the black chariot. So at this point in time, red would have a significant advantage. So going back to this position, if black chose to play c5 equals to 6 to prevent a skewer, red would still capture the advisor, threatening to checkmate, and the cannon will be moved over here. Now this is a very critical move because by playing the cannon to this file and not the 9th file, the black cannon would not be able to move. Now of course playing the red cannon to 8th file will only get in the way of the other cannon, so a double cannon's attack would not be possible. So with c5 equals to 7, red would now threaten to check. This would moving the elephant away will allow the black king some safety on the cannon rank. A check. This can be seen because the cannon had blocked. The black cannon was made use of as a cannon mount, and this would force the black king to the 3rd rank, and red would now be prepared to capture the red would be prepared to play c7 minus 1 for the checkmate. So back to the original position. After capturing the advisor, e5 plus 7 would also not be a viable move because again the advisor would be captured. Again c5 equals to 7. Check. And because the elephant had been moved, black would try to defend in this manner. And his earlier move of r6 equals to 8 was to link the chariots up. That was in preparation for this move such that red would not be able to play r6 minus 4 to capture the black chariot with a discovered check. Unfortunately, red could attack in this manner, threatening to capture the central black cannon by force. And as can be seen, red would be prepared to checkmate with c7 minus 1 followed by c8 minus 1, etc. Now instead of c8 minus 1, another viable move that was generated by the computer was r6 plus 1. So this would lead to a rather complicated situation, but the advantage that red would have would be significantly more than what was given in the book. So let's say c5 plus 3. Now this was to try to trade chariots, so that black was trying to cut down his losses, but by this time red would have a 3000 point advantage. So check, and as can be seen, red would be prepared to go for the tiger silhouette, and that was why black would not dare to try to capture the red cannon. So at this point in time, there will be 2 pieces up. So I show a few more moves. Red's material superiority will be overwhelming. So back to the initial position. e5 plus 7 will not be viable. Neither would k6 plus 1. Again, c5 equals to 7. and can we see 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Red would have gained back lost material and was now threatening to deliver a checkmate with deliver a check that could lead to more attacks for red. So k6 plus 1 would not be viable. In the last move, perhaps the best move for black would be c6, r6 minus 1 to try to protect the black cannon instead of capturing the red cannon. Unfortunately, red would attack in the same manner, and as can be seen, 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3. The major pieces are okay, but black would have lost both advisors, and the red's central pawn would be very, very, very menacing. So that is why after c5 plus was played, red would basically enjoy a winning position. Now, shall recap. In the book, h8 plus 6 was given, and it was shown to be a blunder. The computer-generated analysis, computer recommended c5 equals to 7. Nevertheless, black would still enjoy a significant advantage, but black could not do so quickly. I hope you have enjoyed this very short video. If you like the work I have been doing, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.